Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with PhoneArena.com and this is the Galaxy Tab S 8.4, Samsung's latest mini tablet for the high-end market. The Tab S is all about the screen, which is a WQXGA AMOLED panel that proves to be its USP and is central to the whole experience. Launched in India for a price of Rs 37,800, the 3G data and voice-enabled tablet aims to offer the best mini tablet experience for the premium buyer. So is this the best mini tablet money can buy? Let's find out in our full review. The Tab S 8.4 by design is just a smaller version of the Tab S 10.5 we had reviewed earlier, with a lot of elements borrowed from the Galaxy S5. The champagne gold color on the sides, the dotted back, and a subtle glossy texture for the plastic at the front up the premium quotient of this device. Build quality wise, the leather-like back might not be as grippy as the Note 3, but still is better than the glossy plastic back that the previous Samsung tablets had. The most apparent things one would notice while handling the tablet are its thickness and weight. At 6.6mm, the tablet is extremely thin, and at 296 grams, it weighs lesser than the iPad mini. The form factor plays a big role in making the tablet easy to use, and that starts with the 8.4-inch screen and its thin bezels at the front. Below the display sits the hardware home button along with the other two capacitive shortcuts for multitasking and back, which are backlit and offer haptic feedback. The home button also double duties as the fingerprint sensor, which can be used for biometric authentication. Above the display is the 2.1 megapixel camera along with an earpiece for voice calls and the usual set of sensors for ambient light and proximity sensing. The right side houses the power lock switch, the volume rocker, the IR blaster, the micro SIM and the micro SD card slots. Over at the top we have the one side of the stereo loudspeakers and the secondary microphone for noise cancellation in voice calls. Down at the bottom we have the 3.5mm audio jack, the primary microphone, the micro USB port and the remaining part of the stereo loudspeakers. The back is non-removable, sporting the 8 megapixel camera with the LED flash and the Samsung logo below. The two button-like things are meant for the bookcase that Samsung ships as a separate accessory. Moving on to the finer details of hardware, let's start with the most important aspect of a tablet, the display. The Tab S comes with the 8.4-inch Super AMOLED panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixels and 359 ppi of pixel density. While the display is fuzzy upon closer inspection due to the sub-pixel arrangement, it's still way sharper than most of the tablets out there. But it's not the sharpness alone. The display has excellent viewing angles and heavily saturated colors, two strong traits of AMOLED screens. Using the adaptive display technology, Samsung has tried to balance the color saturation, contrast and brightness levels based on the content displayed on the screen, which works great for, say, watching movies or playing games. Turning this off will let you choose basic AMOLED photo or AMOLED cinema modes, which are tailored for respective content. There is also a reading mode that will make the display suitable for that purpose in apps like Google Play Books. Overall, the display with its great viewing angles, saturation and contrast manages to stand out from the rest. The cameras on the Tab S 8.4 on the other hand are just average. The rear-facing 8 megapixel camera takes decent shots in good light with appropriate colors and above average detail but fails to impress in other conditions, which is kind of expected from a tablet. The interface is pretty much what you see on all the recent Samsung devices with a lot of modes and options to take advantage of the camera. The Tab S is powered by a Samsung Exynos 5420 octa-core chip with 4 A15 cores running at 1.9 GHz and 4 A7 cores running at 1.3 GHz. There is 3 GB of RAM and the graphics are handled by the powerful Mali T628 GPU. General performance is quite good, but there are lags and stutters that occasionally appear while navigating the interface. This we found out is due to the resolution taxing the GPU and the RAM when there are multiple apps running in the background. Out of the 3 GB of RAM, about 2.5 GB is used if there are quite a number of apps running, and hence some apps take time to refresh their states. In benchmarks, we noted that the Tab S 8.4 consistently performs well against its counterparts, but on the gaming side, the graphics lacked detail. The performance was alright, but with the games running at a resolution lower than the screen, we were left with poorer looking games without much texture, another limitation because of the resolution. Coming to storage, out of the 16 GB of internal memory, we get about 11.6 GB free for usage, and the micro SD card slot accepts cards up to 128 GB, which makes expansion easier. The tablet comes with calling functionality with an earpiece that you can use like a phone. While it feels ridiculous to hold the tablet up to the face, the option seems like an inclusion forced by the market. The tablet also supports 3G data and 4G FDD LTE, which is yet to start rolling out in India. Other connectivity features include Miracast, Wi-Fi Direct, and derivative features like SightSync 3.0, which mirrors your phone screen right on the tablet. Coming to software, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4 comes with the latest version of TouchWiz on top of Android 4.4 KitKat. Acknowledging the difference in form factor, Samsung has taken some steps to make UI navigation easier, with shortcuts in the corners that makes it reaching the most used apps easier. TouchWiz always has a lot of features, and many of them on the Tab S 8.4 are very similar to all of Samsung's newest devices. Few of them notable like the toolbox for a floating icon tray, the download booster, and a lot more. The fingerprint scanner makes its appearance here, a feature that debuted on the Galaxy S5. It works the same way, and it is becoming more useful by the day with APIs from Samsung that have been utilized by apps like PayPal for biometric authentication. Talking of apps, Samsung's TouchWiz has all the default apps modified to look and feel like the rest of its interface. But interestingly, the company is also making a play for the enterprise with apps like WebEx, Remote Desktop, and Handcom Office, which offers free editing if you download the client apps from Samsung's own app store. There are also the multi-window features that let you do more on the tablet that is primarily focused on consumption. But of course, the Tab S 8.4 is great for play too, with the company offering free movies from Google Play. You also get free magazine subscriptions and free apps under the Galaxy Gifts section of the Samsung App Store. However, the Play Store is still devoid of quality tablet-specific apps. Apple's iOS is still the preferred playground when it comes to really useful apps, and despite Android taking a lead in market share, apps are not coming as fast as they should. But still, the 8.4-inch screen in portrait helps in using phone apps. Coming to battery life, the Tab S 8.4 has a 4900 non-removable battery that lasts for quite a long while. With a regular usage of about 7 hours of display on time and lots of movie watching and YouTube videos, the tablet lasted for almost 3 days. It has decent standby time, but we would have liked to see more battery life left after lapses in usage. Overall, the battery life is not the best, but is definitely above average. With power saving modes aplenty, including the ultra power saving mode with grayscale screens, lesser stress on the CPU, and complete control over the background processes, it is possible to extend the battery life further. In the end, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4 is easily the best mini tablet from the company. The Super AMOLED screen stands out with excellent saturation, viewing angles, and contrast, making it perfect for media consumption on the go. The tablet is also very easy to handle thanks to its slim profile, making it a pleasure to use even with a single hand. The performance is good, and there are plenty of features when it comes to connectivity, including support for calls, but software and ecosystem wise, Android still lags behind iOS. However, if you don't mind the lack of quality tablet apps, the Tab S 8.4 is one of the most full-featured mini tablets you can buy right now. To summarize better, here is a list of pros and cons of this device. And that's about it for the video review, guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and also do hit the like button if you did, do hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like these, and don't forget to check the full review that's on the blog. We'll be posting the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think in the comment section below.